I think we're.
Hey, hey.
Hey. I am not Karima.
I am not Jacob.
I did notice that the Freestyle Friday put up was of Karima and Jacob.
Yeah, I know. I was like, we look different.
We really wanted to throw you guys a curveball today.
We have changed our look a little bit, basically from men to women.
We are actually the boys.
Oh my goodness. What is up, guys? Happy Friday. Let you guys jump on here. Debbie, what's up, girl?
Debbie.
Yeah, Debbie in here crushing it this morning. Are we live?
It says we're live.
Okay. It says up there we're live, but this is the spinning wheel is
It's really throwing me for a loop.
It's a little sketch. A little sketch. I know we're live on the IG, so that's good. There's that. What's up? I am one of your hosts. I am Casey.
And I am Emily.
Welcome to Freestyle Friday. Guys, it has been a good week. Busy week.
Ain't nothing but good news this week.
Yeah, all kinds of good stuff is happening, man. We've had good things for our members. We've got new people signing up.
Yeah, we do have new people signing up. That was popping this week.
Yes.
That was cool.
It's going to stay like that for sure.
I was definitely hyping up the new facility as much as possible.
Well, it's good. You should.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
No need to hype. No need to even be the hype man because it's already.
And I was talking to Debbie too, and she was like, I love how involved our members want to be in it too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, everyone wants to help move.
Yeah.
Super dope.
I feel like we are not live on Facebook. I don't really know how to check that. I'm not super Facebook savvy, guys.
Let me go ahead.
If you don't know.
Let me go ahead and restart this.
Oh, okay.
That's.
I just figured I could check.
Oh.
First.
Yeah, you can check.
All right. So let's talk about.
I'll do it. You can go ahead.
What we are talking about. Okay, yeah. You'd probably be faster. Whenever you don't know how to use the technology, you just ask the kids.
Yeah, we're live.
Hey, kids. Your old lady needs help.
Alicia said, Kadima and Jacob look so pretty today.
Yeah, we've been working on that. What's up, Vincey? Kendall. What's up, guys? All right, so today we are talking about hanging up the jersey. Man, is this...
What a good topic.
Applicable to so many people, right? We've talked about Uncle Rico syndrome, right? Where we played some sort of, she's probably never seen Napoleon Dynamite, which is so unfortunate.
Okay, to be fair, I have seen it, just not enough to know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, everybody else knows, so I'm not going to explain it. I'm not explaining it. So, really a topic that we can all kind of jam on or relate to if you played any sort of sports growing up. We're going to talk about basically, what life looks like for your sports, your fitness, your exercise after you've retired from whatever sport you played competitively. We're also going to talk about exactly what retiring means, when you should retire. Most of you guys are already retired. And then what comes after retiring. So
if I'm retired, I feel like you guys should probably be retired.
I mean, it happens for different people at different ages. And honestly, just because you retired once, does not mean that you're going to, not go back into the league or whatever. Are we live on Facebook?
Yeah, Kyle said, how much you want to bet? How much?
Where are our comments?
How much you want to bet I can throw a football over the mountain?
That's right, Kyle. Man, Kyle's always got my back on any sort of...
Shout out to Kyle for
movie quotes.
For that thing. Real quick side note, Kyle's band is performing at South by Southwest, which is a really big festival.
Yeah, it is.
For those that don't know, so shout out, congrats.
Right on.
We like to see our people winning.
Yes.
Sorry,
yes, sir. All right, so Emily obviously has a background in soccer. We're going to kind of give you guys just a little brief history of our, we won't go into all the details, but we don't want to bore you with that. But we'll go into a little bit of kind of our experience and what our history was, and then, what made us decide to hang it up. So go ahead and share with you. Excited to be
story.
you excited to be here?
Yeah, I'm really excited. Well, I played soccer all my life in high school. I played 4 years on the girls team, and I was sure that I was gonna go play in college. Signed my letter of intent to go play, and then I think right around like the March ending of my senior year, the thought of soccer ticked me off. I was ready to never play a game of soccer in my life. I was over it. I was extremely moved on with my life, and so I ripped the contract up and texted the coach, which now that I look back at it, it was a terrible way of doing it, because I had just like text messaged my now college coach like, hey, I'm not coming, and he was like, what?
So we had done learned how to handle situations a little bit better since then.
I had done my official visit. Like, I did the whole shebang. We drove to New Mexico, like I think it was like 8 hours. Did everything. They did the tour, and I was like ready to commit, and then I was no longer ready to commit.
So
it was totally a burnout.
Yeah.
I've played soccer since I was like, like in on a team since I was like 4,
Mm-hmm.
but played all my life, and it was also kind of my dad's dream, so I wanted to pursue that, but
yeah,
I broke his heart whenever that happened.
Yeah, it's hard for the parents. They've invested all that time and money and effort and energy, and they can usually see your talent more than you can.
Yeah, my dad told me all the time, like, he's like, man, you could do something really good with this talent. We could, send you to Costa Rica to play and all this. And for a while I thought about it, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go nuts if I play any longer.
Yeah. So similarly, not the soccer. I mean,
Casey was a soccer player as
when
well.
I was 5, I played soccer for I think 1 to maybe 2 seasons, and I remember hating it because I was like, all you do is run.
Your mom, whenever I told her about that, she was like, Casey literally hated it so much.
I hated soccer. I was like, this is not my sport. I knew that from age 5. So I did love gymnastics, though. I absolutely was hardcore about gymnastics. I joined the team gymnastics, which is competitive, where you're doing meets, and when I was, I think, around 7-ish, 8, and started competing like hardcore, practicing 40 to 60 hours a week.
It's a lot of time.
It was so much time as a child. It really, you get burned out. You want to hang out with your friends. You want to be a kid. You want to go do kid stuff, and you're not allowed to because you got practice, or you got other responsibilities. So that transferred over into me quitting gymnastics, starting cheer, which I thought was stupid.
I could just imagine you being a cheerleader.
To me, like, gymnastics was a sport, and then when I looked at cheer, I was like, this is not real. I then did cheer and realized it's different. It's a different sport. It's just different. So I did gain some massive respect for cheerleaders. Continued to cheer, went back to gymnastics, quit that again, went back to cheer. And, after graduating, I was kind of just like, all right, now what? Like, now what am I going to do? So it was kind of a weird season of not doing anything for a few years. I tried to work out, but I hated working out.
How has that evolved, huh?
Right? Isn't that funny? I mean, I share that same testimony of, like, I was the person that was just dreaded going to the gym. I didn't know what to do. I would try to do cardio, but I was just miserable. Like,
oh my gosh.
It was just...
You're living the same life.
It was terrible. I was so inconsistent. I just could not talk myself into doing it, at the little apartments where I lived, and it was just terrible. So
that sounds like all of my friends.
Yeah. So after I had my son, whenever I started CrossFit, it lit that fire to compete again, man. Like, and in gymnastics, you're such an individual sport as you're competing that I didn't have the best like teamwork ability as an athlete, as a competitor. So I don't know. When I started doing CrossFit, I was like, oh, this is it. I'm going to do this. I'm going in. Started competing a lot.
Was really good at it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Really
it was
good
fun. Yeah, I think that's the cool part about when you're doing a sport that you're good at and you enjoy. It's like, it feels good. It feels good to be good at stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing that I think that I loved the most about soccer was like,
Yeah.
when you know you're good at something and you enjoy doing it,
Yeah, it's
you're
fun.
like, I love this.
Yeah, you're just like connected with it.
I miss it now.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah.
those are our stories.
I do not miss CrossFit competition.
Hey, she did one not too long ago.
I know. I did a competition this year, and I thought,
And you
I'll
got
see.
first place.
I'll see if I'm going to, go masters. Like, maybe that's an option. And then once I did that competition, I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I remember
So-
she qualified for the next one. She's like, I'm going to be out of town on a girls' trip. Won't be there.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well.
Yeah.
that summed it up real quick.
So retiring in a nutshell, either you're getting paid to be an athlete, or if you're just, that's your sport that you've played, or you kind of are, you have your jam, like you spent years training in something specific, then you are deciding that you're not going to do that full time anymore, that you're going to do either other things at the same time, or you're not going to do it competitively, right? It doesn't mean that you're like, oh, I'm never touching a soccer ball again, right? For
Never
me,
let yourself get to that point either, because that sucks. Because I got there, and I think for like a solid year, I didn't even want to look at a soccer ball.
yeah, and sometimes it just takes that separation, that
Yeah.
little time in between, but it's funny. Retiring doesn't necessarily mean that you have to completely quit that sport, whatever it is. Maybe you play with your kids or whatever, teach it to them.
Yeah.
But let's talk about when you should retire. Like, what are some periods of time that you feel like, man, I should probably think about incorporating something else into my exercise or my fitness or my sport?
Well, this didn't happen for me necessarily with soccer, but when I was trying to compete in CrossFit, I was injured all the time. Like probably every week I was like, yep, my shoulder, my low back. So it got to the point where it was just like,
You didn't feel good.
yeah, I was just injured all the time. And so I couldn't find the fine line of like enjoying it, but just being injured all the time.
Sure.
And so that's when I was, and then right around that time was when there was more opportunities on the business side of things, and sparked my interest way more than competing. And I never looked back.
Similarly, obviously, there's several reasons. So we already kind of talked about burnout, like just getting burnt out of something where you're like, yeah, I used to really love this, but I don't love it anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe it's some other form of exercise that you're doing, and you're just like, I'm over it. Like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Give it a break. Take a break, come back, or change it up. Like, sometimes you just have to change up your mentality. You're not going in there with this hardcore attitude every day, but you go in with grace for yourself, and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to move today.
I kind of think of like a professional bodybuilder when I think of this, because like if you go to someone who's like addicted to the aesthetics of themselves and getting paid to do this and all this,
Yeah.
to finally retire and not have the mentality to go in and absolutely crush your soul every single day,
Yeah.
that's got to be challenging, you
For
know.
sure.
But now I look at some bodybuilders who will go in the gym, and they still got the bro in them. They're just not competing.
Yeah.
So it's
I know one.
we have no idea what his name is.
So, also some other times that you should retire is if you just are interested in doing other things, like go do them, go try them.
Yeah.
YOLO, life's short.
Life's too short.
Another area of your life requires more time. Goodness gracious. I think most of our members are in a we're in a season where you've got work,
Yeah.
kids, businesses,
Yeah.
responsibilities. It's like, okay, I physically
There's only-
can't
yeah.
give any more time to this specific thing, to exercise. And I say that with like a grain of salt, because if you do that too much, you'll totally not exercise at all.
She's speaking from personal experience.
Yeah, y'all know what I'm saying. Like, it's just too easy to let it just completely fall off. So,
It's dangerous.
and that was the primary reason for me retiring from CrossFit. So I competed 2 years with team at a CrossFit gym in Grapevine, and then I decided that I wanted to go individually. So that was in 2015 that I yeah, it was a while ago that I tried to go individual there, and I missed it by just a few people, man. Like, it
Freaking
was
Kadima.
so close.
Freaking Kadima.
Yeah.
Kadima
it
knows
was-
what we're talking about.
Yeah. He's not watching, but maybe he'll watch later. So there just came a point in time where it's like we had the opportunity to open the gym, or I could have said, no, I'm not going to open the gym. I want to stay and try to compete while I'm, I forget how old I was at the time, but while I was still young enough to compete, because time was only on your side for so long.
Yeah.
And for me at that point in time, I was just like, I want to serve other people. I want to have a purpose. I want to, and then I prayed about it, and then I felt, that I was supposed to open the gym. So
Here we are.
yeah. So, but it did take some time to control the competitive nature that I had built up so highly, because every day was this like mental toughness, like grit. How hard can you go? Got to win, push yourself to the max. And it took some time to notch that back,
Yeah.
to get it under control.
For sure.
So,
So what do you do after you retire? You spent, 40 hours a week, 60 hours a week, whatever. Basically a ton of hours on your sport, perfecting your craft.
yeah,
Now you retire, you've hung up your jersey. What the heck are you supposed to do with those 40 hours?
man. Well, they get filled in real easy.
Depending,
But
yeah.
what should you do fitness-wise? Something that transfers over, man. That's why I love what we do, because it doesn't matter what sports you play or love to play.
Yeah.
What you do in here between the strength, the functional movement, your cool downs, your core, your all these components, different time domains, like sprint, interval, hit, you have a long endurance, bodybuilding. Yeah, all of these
It's all longevity training.
components transfer over into literally any sport. So for me, it's like, duh, this is for sure the answer. And for the masses.
I
So-
actually got better at
Yes.
soccer. I remember
Heck yeah.
I remember I told Casey one time we went out and played, and I hadn't probably touched the ball in like a year and a half after training hard. And I was better than I was in high school about to go to college to play.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things where even if you don't want to be an athlete and you just want to be healthy, it's extremely important to put it into your life.
And the cool thing too is, like, whatever sports you played, like, you'll see those things transfer over in here. You'll have some strengths that were like, oh, I did all this 10 years of training, even if it's until you were 15 years old, like that. 10 years, it was not wasted time. You didn't lose all of those skills, all of that muscle memory, all of that repetition, the flexibility, whatever kind of background you had, like those things are still there. And it's really cool to be able to go, that's probably from playing soccer that I'm good at that. That's probably from playing baseball,
Being a baller.
football, whatever. Yeah, balling.
Basketball.
Yeah, so it's just really cool. And if you can find a hobby and exercise that you enjoy doing, obviously, if you are watching and you don't go to this gym, we would love
What are we doing?
to have you come in and try it out.
We got new specials happening right now.
Yeah, that's right. We do. I don't have on my price sheet. And
They're
I'm-
good. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
They're good. We're good people.
We'll
we know
post-
what we're doing.
We'll post them.
Come check us out.
We'll post them. But yeah, so that's just a little bit about our backgrounds, guys. Why we decided to retire, and now I think just using this training, still getting stronger. I'm stronger right now at
Than-
34 years
yeah.
old than I have been in my entire life.
How dope is that?
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
cool.
Yeah, I think that I look better
Yeah.
at 34 than I've ever
And
looked.
she's aging really well.
Thanks,
I mean,
bud.
I'm like, y'all come in and train because you will age very well.
Yeah, but we really have, like, I've seen several clients that we have that are, they don't start working out until they're 50 or 60, and they are making incredible gains in strength, their body composition.
She's got a client who's like, what, 72?
72?
And I'm sure is probably stronger than most 20-year-olds who don't work out.
Yeah, she's knocking out 15 sets of 15 push-ups at a time.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
Anyways.
I mean, in a good way.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, she's worked out her whole life, That's so it's cool because she had taken a break, and so, but getting back into it slowly but surely, she was able to get stronger and stronger, and past where she had originally started.
So if you're looking for a 500-pound deadlift as a woman at 75, come on.
I don't even want that. I'm like, I want to be able to chase my kid and
Pick them up.
Yeah, make it through the day. Feel a little better.
Yeah.
Less anxiety.
If you try to take
less-
20 years off yourself, come
Work
hang out
out.
with us.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty cool too.
Yeah, we are.
We Plus,
Yeah.
we're about to move too. I mean, like, we're about to get showers. I mean,
So exciting.
yeah, it's about to be good.
Yeah, very, very good stuff. But we want to thank you guys. If you like our stuff, if you want to hear more about our crazy competitive days, holla.
I didn't think you were saying the crazy days. I'm like, well, actually,
Chill.
I don't want to talk to you guys about that one. That's in the past for a reason.
Yeah, if you like us, you can like us on YouTube, follow us, share, subscribe.
On all the
and
medias.
On all the medias, Instagram, Facebook. We appreciate all of y'all. Hope you have a great spring break. We will be here next spring break. Well, I won't, but somebody will. Kadima.
Hey guys, Emily is going to coach all the classes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get in here. Get your butt kicked. But thank you so
Every
much for
single
being with
class.
us today. Happy Friday.
I'm one of
Have
your hosts,
a blessed one.
Emily.
And I am Casey.
Peace out.
We will see you. Peace. Peace. Oh, in this?
I think we're going to have to exit out of the Facebook.